Hey everyone, what's up? Today we're going to be doing some Apex Legends ASMR gameplay review. I'm going to be reviewing my own gameplay right here, so I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, starting off strong with good fence placement. That's a nice beam right there. I should have finished that up. Fencing off that area, really strong. Alright, we make a rotate over here, a small rotate, micro rotate. I'm making sure to have some movement so I don't get shot. I saw the nade go behind. I don't know why I went over there. We know that they're somewhere over there. Continuing to fence off. Good entry point. I shouldn't have shot that. I gave away positions. We know there's another team now because of that knuckle cluster. We should be paying more attention. I should have fenced off that wall, now that I think about it. That area where the knuckle cluster was. I get sniped. Good use of cover here. There we go. Making more uses of some fences. This is the first time I played Watson in a little bit, so... I noticed now I popped that syringe even though I had lifeline healing me, so that's a waste of resources. Let's see what's going on here now. We make another move, continuing to stay mobile. Need to hit more shots, for sure. It looks like I need to hit the range with the Volt. I'm continuing to make use of the fences. Taking space with the fences, making space. Looks like we head around because we don't want to get caught right in the middle of everything that's going on in that area. Notice how I block off places quickly that we could be pushed from. Alright, looks like we're heading back into the area, so we can go ahead and try and find these people. I go ahead and try and fence this off. That little thing in the corner is blocking it. This is a great scan right here. Just get some information for my team. I'll admit, this is definitely a video that I'm making. Alright, we notice there's a team up here. Just getting some shots off, trying to beam her down. There's a knock. I'm being sure to look for their teammates. They're not really anywhere in sight. I'm being sure to check thoroughly. Right over here. Look at the Lobas chasing each other with the bracelets. That's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. We get the squad wipe. That must have been the last one for that team. Alright, we have to make a rotate to zone. Notice how we're cautious of how we have to rotate and when we have to rotate. You do not want to get caught in storm, especially in ranked, where people will get you without question. Okay, so we're heading to zone. We're aware of our position, which is really strong. We notice there's a respawn going on over here. I want to make a push. You should capitalize on reses. I'm going to be honest with you here. I'm kind of just wasting ammo. Don't shoot like this. I knew I wasn't going to hit that. I just, you know, don't do that though. Don't shoot random shots. I just was sure I wasn't going to hit that. See, we'd like to get them, but we know we have to rotate. Especially because they could easily gate us after using that evac. So we make our way over to zone. Rather than chasing. We're very quick to the rotate. Our teammate looks like he wants to head over to the bin. It's not a bad idea to go for that bin because you get a lot of evo points and you get a lot of good items. However, lots of teams like to fight over it, so be sure that you are aware. We get here, I like to defend right here. I set up some defense so that they don't rush us. That's a poorly placed ultimate, I'm going to be honest with you. They end up just lasering it. I should have placed it better. Or actually, I think maybe the thermite destroyed it. Either way, it was a poorly placed ultimate. You want to place it behind cover, because that's how you keep your fences backed up. See, now I have no fences. So if they rushed on that zip line, it wouldn't be a good story. I'm just trying to stay up here so I can fence off some areas. They throw a good nade. I take those ultimate accelerants, making good use of Watson's passive, because I do need another one, considering mine just broke. I'd be sure to lock down this area. A little picky with my fences. Looks like we make a move. I would have rather not placed my ult, but I didn't know we were going to move so soon, but better safe than sorry.
I've got eyes on this spot.
Being sure to rotate.
I see an enemy over there.
Looking back, I should have been more aware that the zone was coming in and that placing an ult would not have been useful.
Reloading.
So that one is on me.
Oh, there. Yes. Beautiful. We have a replicator.
More unnecessary wall jumps. They're just fun to do, alright?
Standard stock here. Level 3.
I'm trying to get an angle to see if there's a team on us, see if there's a team anywhere around. That's a nice little head glitch.
I hear you. Let's go there. 45 seconds until ring closure. I hear you. Seconds till ring closure. We're so close.
I'd be sure to lock up this area so that we can't get pushed from that side.
Prepare to line your pockets. My ultimate's ready.
I know they could still shoot us, but they might have a little bit of trouble getting to us. We know there's a team up there, so we have to be careful for them. That's a nice head glitch. That spot right there. I should have stayed there longer.
I'm watching that spot.
We're just trying to get some kind of angle. I noticed I didn't pick up range this time. I should have picked up a nemesis. Our lifeline goes down. I get that Pathfinder. I don't know who lasered him originally. I place ult just to be sure. I lock down the area. Because I don't know where his teammates are, so I'm keeping in mind where his teammates might be. And I'm locking down areas to make sure we don't get pushed. So that our lifeline can get up and healthy. We're in a rough spot. There's teams all around us and we are... Yep, and I go down to the Kraber. Lifeline gets a res. Lifeline goes down. I move over to behind this package for some cover. Our lifeline goes down, unfortunately. And be sure to pop an ult excel so that I can put an ult down so that they don't get some nades. I grab the banner just to be sure. Because with the Loba we might just be able to get our teammate back. Just as our Loba is doing now. I'm just looking for some of the resources I need. We get our teammate back, which is lovely. It's awesome. There's people over there. I don't know what team is throwing those nades, but they're throwing better nades than I've seen in a few days. They're really destroying us with those nades. And we're getting sniped from another team. I place down my ult just so that they can't throw any nades, so I can heal here. The lifeline drone paired with the Watson ult is really strong. Look at that reset. We need to make a move because zone is moving.
Select fire.
Target here. Let's go here.
Enemy right here. Taking fire.
I fence up a little bit. I like this building, so I take this building. I fence up. Always good to fence up these areas whenever you can, as Watson. Our Loba goes down, our lifeline goes out to Rez. And be sure to take up this area. I figured I would get shot at, but yeah. I actually get quite a few good shots here. And noticing now, I probably should have played behind the cover. Alright, so this game was already going, and I just got respawned, and you'll notice first thing that I already have 1 assist and 7 participation kills. Now, those kills in the white, those don't count as anything. You get half a point for that, and it's actually just worse to get those, because basically what those kills are, if you're not aware, is those kills in the white are participation kills. And what they mean is essentially they're kills that your teammates could have gotten without you doing anything. So if you weren't in the game right there, your teammates still would have gotten those kills. So 7 kills I did nothing in. I did no participation whatsoever in. Obviously that doesn't take into account shields and abilities, but still, it's the fact that I did no damage on any of those kills. I should have done better. So that's already a loss for me. Even though we won those fights, I didn't win those fights because now I wasn't improving and getting better or getting any points at all because I didn't do anything. So we have this team coming up on us. We take up this building. I'm looking to try and get a good nade on. You shouldn't just waste nades like that. I think I just kind of threw wherever I felt like it, but I should have just kept that one instead. And then there was,
Looks like we're in the next ring.
I think our teammate notices that the team that was originally on top of that area next to the fan had left. I noticed there's people over there. Our teammate gets a laser. We head up. We take this spot. This is a good high ground area. There's another team right here. I throw down bubble just to be safe. Especially because our teammate just threw down her ult. I didn't do it for that purpose, but it's a really good way that I did. I be sure to rush in because I know our teammate got the knock on one. I re-knock the horizon. I go in for the Bangalore. I knock her. I be sure to re-kill one of them, get the lifeline, and then I finish up with the horizon. That was a good one. That was a good fight. See, look at the difference now between the 7 participations and the 3 kills that I have. You need to be getting aggressive with your teammates instead of sitting back, which is what I think I do too often. So learn from my mistakes here and don't play too passively. Play aggressively, not too aggressively without your team, but when your team gets into a fight, you need to be there with them, up front. You always want to be playing with your team, not against your team. If you're curious about the Gibraltar perks, I've been picking for him the 2 that you see there, the ult range increase and the smaller bubble but faster cooldown. Alright, there's a team over here we know, and I go in, again, I be aggressive. I get aggressive. There's one knock. Alright, I don't see anyone else in zone. I can't imagine someone being in zone. I get up, I see that res. It turns out there's a team behind me, so I be sure to ping. I should have been more aware. I should have had more game sense. Truly, I didn't even hear him there, or I didn't know he was going to be there, but I should have been more aware. Lifeline gets the res. That's really good. I throw down my bubble. I don't know why. I shouldn't have. Actually, I should have. That grenade would have destroyed us. So I place a bubble. I throw down ult. because I want to make sure the team cannot advance on us. Because they are really piecing us in with arc snares and nades and stuff. So I'd be sure to throw that ult down really strong. We're not going to make a play off of that knock, but still really, really good that I was able to do that. You really want to use his ult just to get away or to throw off a team, not usually to get kills. Though it is better to get kills than Bangalore's ult. Also, I noticed this Lifeline Bangalore Gibraltar team is like a really OG meta team, I feel. I didn't play in those days when it was just those legends, but I feel like a lot of people did play those three. The 2 revive legends and then the smoke. My teammates are over there getting aggressive. Like I said, I should have been more aggressive with them. Because again, if you'll take a look, I have 10 participations now. I really am just showing you guys some of my not so good gameplay here. I should have thrown the bubble down already. I kind of panic here, I'm not gonna lie, because I am the last one up, and I know that it's a full team up. And yeah, I think you guys can assume how this is gonna go here. That's the end. So playing more aggressively is definitely a need. Okay, so I go in here with the next match with Lifeline this time. And alright, so my teammate is trying to fight somebody. I head over here. My teammate gets absolutely lasered. I'd be sure to throw drone. The charge rifle has been something that I've been picking up recently. It's really strong if you are hitting shots, which I need to hit more shots. Aim is a big thing. We know he's up there, so I don't want to sit on top there for a lot longer. I go down for my teammate. I try and get the res. He ends up teleporting. I take the rift. I don't know why it canceled, to be honest with you. I think I pressed a button. But I'd be sure to leave now. Okay, it keeps doing that whenever I hit the ground. The altar portal was actually really good here. My Pathfinder takes it as well, so that was a good escape. Be sure to do that. Looking back, I should not have tried to go for the res as soon as I did. I think it was a little bit of miscommunication, but I think also I should have been more careful with how I approached the fight, because I should have known that with the Mirage on high ground, if I was below him, that wasn't going to end well. But we end up making a very good escape through the Void Nexus, which is what I really like about it. Here's another team here that we're fighting now. We've come up to another team. I'm wondering if this is the same team or a different team. We'll have to see. Our teammate throws out another Nexus. I see this. I'm quite sure it's the same exact team, because here's the Loba as well. I go in and try to shoot the Loba. I almost get the knock on the Loba. I take the Void Nexus. Our teammate is running for it, which I'm going to be honest with you, I do not blame him, because then they ended up going through the Void Nexus this time. Alright, we're sure to get back in here now. We're rezzed halfway across the map. And, oh. So, we have to make a rotate to zone. It looks like our altar has a different idea than we do. I'm gonna be honest with you, this whole entire game, it seems that I've just been pushing into fights that we can't win. One of us goes down really quickly, and then I go in second, usually, and then that just doesn't end up well. I think we need to know when fights are winnable and when they're not. And when the enemy gets that easy jump on us, most of the time it's not going to be winnable. I really want this care package because I'm sure there's going to be something mythic inside of there. My teammate pings an enemy. I'd be sure to turn around. I get some cover here. I should have moved sooner. Here we go. Now I'm moving. Notice how I'm going from cover to cover, using the stairs behind me, trying to use any type of cover that I can, using movement, making use of my utility. There we go. We got a clean escape. Again, they jumped us. We need to know when a fight is winnable and when a fight is not winnable. And right there, when we didn't have a third, that was not going to be winnable. They had a jump on us. They had high ground. Good thing we knew when to back up. Make sure you're using cover, going from cover to cover instead of just moving in the open. If I were to run out in the open during that fight, I probably would have died. I go for a couple of good shots here. So we are without a third here. It looks like we did have different ideas, and sometimes your randoms are going to have different ideas, and that's nothing wrong with that. We all have different ideas playing the game, and we just had different ideas, so nothing wrong with that. But we are down one now, so most fights are not going to be winnable here. Making use of this Loba shop that someone left behind. You can now close her shop from afar now, so be sure to take advantage of that. I grab a Moby just in case. Oh, and you can grab teammate banners through the Loba shop now, so even better. Alright, we get the res off, so now our teammate is back in, but we have to rotate quickly because we are far from zone, or far from zone for this zone at least. Because as the zone gets smaller, obviously, you're still pretty far when you are on the edge of the circle. I'd be sure to rotate in with my Pathfinder. Looks like our altar is AFK though, which kind of sucks. Some people like to give up a little too soon. Or maybe they're busy, I don't know. Either way, it's fine. I'm not going to hold anybody for that. So me and the Pathfinder take this area here. It's not a bad spot to hold. Actually, I don't like holding here. There's lots of open areas. But for this current zone, it's not a bad spot to hold. I noticed there's someone here. I forgot to take this optic off. I get a couple shots off though. I need to find better cover. It's not a really useful nade. Be sure to open up these support bins. This one was already open, but just being able to do that is really strong. I know, I'm trying to get an angle on the team that was up here. I don't know where they are currently, but I was just trying to get some kind of angle, but I do need to make sure that I play cover. See, there we go. I'm using this angle here. This isn't the best spot to sit, because if they had a nade, I would be easily out. I'd be sure to try and get some shots off. They have a good head glitch there, though. I'm making sure not to over-peek. There we go, there's a shot. If you're spending too much time peeking from the same angle, you're most likely not going to end up really well. So be sure to peek from multiple angles if you have the option to, but if you don't, just make sure you aren't peeking for long periods of time. My teammate is, yep. Go ahead, we get a good rotate. I figured this team was still above us, but maybe not. And then we come up here to this team. Unfortunately, we just got a bad start. I throw down ult. I get our teammate up, but was not fast enough, and that's going to be the end. We should have been more careful with where we were pushing, and I probably should have put down my halo before we even jumped off of the zipline. That would have worked better. Alright, now the next match we're going in here with Ash, and the first thing you'll notice is that I was the jump master this time. Sometimes no one else on the team wants to be jump master, and sometimes you just need to be that IGL. That leader. Just sometimes you need to take that role. Alright, now in ranked, you need to always be looking for a fight. I think a lot of people like to play too passively, but you should be looking for a fight, and it looks like we do know where our team is. Almost looks like a solo, to be honest with you. But playing aggressive and looking for fights is what you need to do to level up your Evo, and to get more ranked points. I'm trying to look for where these people are. I have good cover. I really do try and get that. It's really not worth using the cooldown. I just like to try and get some cool looking ones, but maybe don't do that as well. If you want though, you can. We know someone landed on top. I go up to try and fight them. Yep, my teammate's with them. We get the double team. That's one knock right there. Notice that. I don't know how the snare didn't get them, but notice how I'm using... I'm sorry. Notice how I'm being sure to divide my fights. And notice how I'm being sure to be aware of where these people are. I go down to help our teammate here. Seems like he has it, but I go down to help him here. And there we go. That's another knock.
I sense no other squads in our proximity. Come on, get up. Don't let her get me killed.
I get our teammate before I loot.
Replicator dropping.
No hard feelings, of course. I'm not saying anything to our teammate. In ranked, you should be looking for fights, but zone should be the first priority.
45 seconds and a nearby
I try and get another angle because both my teammates are already taking good angles. I try and get a good trap. I do hit somebody. I get lasered. I shouldn't have been walking out in the open trying to shoot my tactical. I should have waited for a better moment. I'd be sure to port out because I don't have any way to get out otherwise, and if they saw my Valk fly out, I figured that they would try and push me afterwards because they wanted to get a free easy kill there. My Mirage goes down, which is unfortunate. I miss way too many shots on a decoy. Another one. I get one good knock, and then I go ahead and I need to pop a cell. I do cells. Either because I don't have a bat, or because I want to be able to save whatever bat I do have.
a new kill leader.
My teammate's down there, but I don't know where the enemy team is, but I'm sure they're still down there, so I'll be sure to pop a medkit first. I'm making sure to pay attention to my Valk teammate, because I don't want to leave her in a fight alone. I get one good trap. That's how you're supposed to use the arc snare. I get one good knock as well. The L-Star is actually very underrated. I use nades to try and nade him out, but it does not work as well as I want it to. So be sure to use nades better than I did. I go up because I noticed that the path was just going to laser me, and I was sure after the revive that Gibby was going to just turn around and laser me as well. I try and get another angle on them. It's better to just leave at this point because zone. So you see zone is moving in, and clearly on the map, we are far from zone because it's clearly nowhere near us. So I be sure to move rather than fight. And our teammate is using ult, so I don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss out on that. So be sure you're paying attention to zone. I know we all want to get kills and fight, but sometimes it's better to move to zone rather than fight, because a lot of the times you're going to get held, or you're going to end up fighting too long to the point where both teams are just going to die in storm. Lots of teams around us as we make this rotate. Again, here's this red bin. I really like this red bin, but it's so risky. It's such a risky spot to go to because lots of teams have their eyes on it. I was looking at the Pathfinder poster. I opened this bin. I should have went on the other side, to the right there, or to the left now that I think about it. From this view, to the left. The right of the bin, but the left of that view. I noticed there's a team shooting here.
I have reached the maximum level. Acceptable.
I grab what I need and I get out because I don't want to get sniped or whatever they have. I don't want to get shot too much. And be sure to go for the res for our teammate. Having the support teammate on your team is really strong. If you don't have that support, you're most likely not going to win. I grabbed the Kraber because the Kraber's a really strong weapon. Probably the best gun in the game, like, if you're going to hit your shots. You'll see how that turns out for me. But if you are hitting your shots, the Kraber is probably the best weapon in the game, and no one should have it except for your team. Nobody should have it except for your team. So I'd be sure to grab it because I just don't want anyone else to grab it. No one that's not on our team, and I didn't think our Mirage was going to grab it. But notice how I'm not hitting shots? Look, I'm calling myself out here, but that's fine. I try and go for the snare.
Caught with no way.
And I do get the snare, but I miss the Kraber shot. There's one. I just wanted to hold off that vantage from pushing. There's another team that comes up. We unfortunately get pushed from the side. We should have been paying more attention. Our Valk is getting way out of here. The Mirage could have rezzed me, to be honest with you. If he would have rezzed earlier, it probably would have worked better. But unfortunately, he goes down. And she's not. Looking back, I probably definitely should have been paying more attention. I should have put the Kraber down if I wasn't going to hit any shots. And I should have been more with my team rather than below where another team could easily jump me and get that knock. Lots of things could have been done differently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, Jesus loves you all. Don't forget that.